Good morning, everyone. Welcome to our another session of live streaming. Okay, so for today's module, our topic is career growth for virtual assistants. Okay, I'll just wait for a few minutes for others to join. Okay, let's start. Okay, welcome again, everyone. So, our first module for today is how to transition from general VA to medical VA. Right. So, understand the healthcare industry basics. So, it means medical VAs need foundational knowledge of healthcare terms, regulations, and workflows. So, what are those example of healthcare industry basics? So we have first you have to learn medical terminology like EHR, HIPAA, and CPT codes. And then study common healthcare roles such as roles for doctors, nurses, or medical coders. And then understand insurance basics such as Medicare, Medicaid, and private insurers. And then familiarize yourself with healthcare software like Epic, Cerner, Athena Health, Matrix Care, or Simple Practice. Okay. And then also follow healthcare news. So, new laws, telehealth trends, or FDA approvals. Okay, so that for you to be able to transition from general VA to medical VA, these are the basic healthcare these are the healthcare industry basics that you have to understand and be familiar with. Right. Second is get certified in medical administration or billing for those who would like to um, be expert on coding and billing. You can have certifications. It can increase credibility and job opportunities. So what are those? Examples are certified medical administrative assistant or CMAA. It focuses on front office tasks. You can also have certificate for certified professional coder or CPC. This is for medical billing and coding. HIPAA compliance certification, essential for handling patient data. Electronic health records or EHR certification, it covers popular platforms. And we also have medical transcription certification for transcribing doctor's notes. So these are the usual certifications that medical VA register into or take assessment if they want to do medical coding and billing. Right. All right. So the third one is you need to master medical software and tools. All right. So healthcare relies on specialized digital tools. So what are the examples? You can practice management software such as Careo or Advanced MD, electronic health record systems like Epic or Clinical Works, and then medical billing platforms like NewMD or Dr. Chrono, telehealth platforms like Doxy.me or Zoom for Healthcare, and then medical transcription tools like Dragon Medical One. So I would highly advise if you would like to know more about navigation to HR, I highly encourage everyone to join our training and internship. It's because In the live stream, of course, we cannot discuss samples of live patients, right? Because of HIPAA compliance. But if you will join our training and internship, you will definitely have the experience to explore how it looks like to work as a medical VA because we do offer shadowing. So you can see the real EHR. You will see how to navigate each EHR and how does a typical medical VA goes on a daily basis. All right. So everything that we discuss in the live stream, these are just the key pointers or general knowledge. But if you want the experience of how it looks like to work as a medical VA, you are most welcome to enroll in our VA bootcamp training and internship because we do shadowing. All right. Okay, next is develop strong medical documentation skills. So it means accurate records are critical in healthcare. So examples, you have to learn SOAP notes. This is the format is subjective, objective, assessment, and plan. That is SOP stands for. Okay. Practice medical transcription or typing doctor's dictations. Understand patient charting or updating medical histories. Prepare referral letters or specialist consults or lab requests. And handle pre-authorization forms or insurance approvals. Okay. Another one is you need to improve communication for healthcare settings. So, how are we going to do that? So, medical VAs interact with doctors, okay, and patients and insurers professionally. So, you will talk to doctors, patients, and insurance providers. So, what are those examples? You can use HIPAA compliant email. You can practice empathetic patient communication during your scheduling and follow ups. You can learn insurance verification scripts. Usually, you will call to insurance providers and then you will ask me, I verify your coverage. So, what are our common insurance providers? We have United Healthcare, Cigna, Blue Cross Blue Shield. We also have Medicare and Medicaid. All right. And then you have to handle sensitive information discreetly, no discussing cases in public, of course, and then adapt to different communication styles. So every doctors have a different communication style versus with the administrator. So you have to learn how they communicate, all right? Whether it's a spoken communication or written communication. So these are two different professionals, right? Next is gain experience through internships or volunteer work. This is very important. It's because if you will just have a training, but then you don't really experience the internship or what it looks like to work in an actual client, then you are missing something. Okay, because gaining experience through internship or volunteer work is very important. Okay, you will gain a hands-on experience that builds your confidence, of course. So, volunteer at a local clinic. It can be a front desk or records management. You can offer discounted services to a small medical practice. You can shadow a medical VA, learn workflows remotely. That is what we are doing here. In a VA bootcamp training and internship, we do shadowing. Okay. Join healthcare related freelancing platforms or you can take on pro bono projects for nonprofits. Okay. So you can also offer, for example, a client a free 2 weeks or a free 1 month of your services just to gain experience. All right. And then next is you have to specialize in a niche for higher demand and pay. Okay. So focusing on a specialty makes you more valuable. So what are those? Example, medical coding and billing. So this is high demand and this is remote friendly. Mental health VA. So these are therapy practices that need scheduling help. Dental VA. Dentists need appointment coordinators. Telehealth support or helping doctors with virtual visits. And the medical research VA. So this is assisting with clinical trial documentation. All right. So you have to know yourself or gauge what niche do you excel, and then from there you can start. Okay. And then another one is build a healthcare focused portfolio or resume. So you can showcase relevant skills to attract medical clients. So example, you have to include certifications like HIPAA, EHR, or CPC. And then you can also highlight medical software proficiency. Add also case studies if you have research on a certain topic. For example, reduce billing errors by 30% for a clinic. You can also list all your medical volunteer work, even if they are unpaid, and then also get testimonials from healthcare professionals you've assisted. These are all the steps that you can add in your portfolio and resume to strengthen your qualification. All right. Okay, another tip is you have to network with healthcare professionals. So connections lead to job opportunities. Okay, so examples, you can join LinkedIn healthcare groups. You can attend the medical conferences. You can connect with doctors on social media. You can partner with medical staffing agencies, and you can engage in medical forums. All right, so you have to make yourself visible so that others will notice your capabilities and expertise. Okay? Another tip is stay updated on healthcare trends. So the industry changes fast, so you have to keep on learning. So examples, you can subscribe to medical newsletters, you can follow regulatory updates, and then you can take continuing education courses, and then you can watch healthcare webinars and join professional associations. And then, just like what we're doing right now, you can continue to watch all our um, YouTube content so that you will learn more. All right. Okay, so this is the last module for our topic, how to transition from general VA to medical VA. All right, our next topic is how to market medical VA services on LinkedIn. All right. How to market medical VA services on LinkedIn. Okay. So first is you have to optimize your LinkedIn profile for medical VA services. So your profile is your online resume. So make it client focused. Add a clear headline, compelling summary, and a list of relevant skills, of course. Use a headline like Certified Medical Virtual Assistant, HIPAA Compliant, EHR and Billing Specialist to immediately show your niche. Okay? You can update your About section with I help healthcare providers save time by managing admin, EHR, and patient communication remotely. And then you can upload a professional profile photo with a neutral background and a friendly smile. Add a banner image with your services or tagline like helping doctors focus on patients, not paperwork. And then you can also list skills such as medical transcription, appointment scheduling, insurance verification, and telehealth support. All right. And then also post valuable content regularly. So consistent posting keeps you visible and builds authority in your niche. So share a tip like, did you know MVAs can reduce no-shows by sending automated reminders through EHRs? Okay, and then you can also post a behind the scenes photo with the caption, here's how I manage patient scheduling remotely using simple practice. And then write a short post explaining how HIPAA compliance protects patients and why it matters in virtual work. And then you can also share success stories like, I helped a small clinic save 10 hours a week on admin tasks. And then you can also post weekly medical VA Mondays to highlight services like billing, scribing, or inbox management. All right. Okay, you can also use LinkedIn featured section to showcase work. So this is a space to highlight your best work and achievements. So example, upload your MVA resume or portfolio as a downloadable document. You can add a testimonial post or screenshot from a happy client. You can link a YouTube video or demo showing how you use an EHR system. You can feature a carousel post explaining your pricing tiers or packages as well. And then you can also include a link to your booking calendar or website. Okay, so these are the ways on how you can polish your LinkedIn account. All right, another tip here is engage in healthcare and VA groups. So join relevant LinkedIn groups and comment regularly to build visibility. Join groups like Healthcare Freelance Network or Medical Virtual Assistants and Remote Professionals. You can post questions like, what EHR systems do you find easiest to use as an MVA? And then you can also comment insightfully on posts from doctors or healthcare admins to show expertise. Share in advance in the threads. Here's how we reduce scheduling errors by using color coded calendars. And then you can message group members with a warm intro like, I saw your post about remote help. Let me know if you ever need an MVA. All right. So these are different types of strategies that you can do so that you can attract a client. Right. Okay, next, you can connect with ideal clients and niche professionals. So, actively grow your network by targeting the right audience. So, example, search for and connect with clinic owners, practice managers, or telehealth founders. Personalize invites with notes like, I specialize in helping clinics like yours with EHR and billing tasks. Okay, so this way, the prospective client will know the task that you are already knowledgeable of. Okay, follow and engage with thought leaders in telemedicine or health admin. Use filters to connect with professionals in private practices, dental clinics, or wellness centers. After connecting, you can send a short intro message offering help. You can say, happy to connect. I help busy clinics with admin overload. Let me know if you ever need support. Okay, this way, you can genuinely or sincerely um, show your potential client that you have the intention to support the business, right? Okay, next is publish long form articles or blogs. So you can showcase your thought leadership through informative articles. You can write a piece on top 5 tasks you can delegate to a medical virtual assistant. You can create comparison guide like Athena Health versus Simple Practice, which EHR is better for your clinic. And then you can share case studies, how I helped a solo practitioner increase patient retention by 25%. You can publish an educational article about HIPAA compliance for remote teams. And then you can also write a blog on a day in the life of medical BA to build connection and credibility. Right? So these are simple steps, but very useful if you would like to connect or be visible with your potential clients. All right, next. You can ask for and share client testimonials. I know this one is hard, but this is a possible request as well. So social proof builds trust and credibility fast. So ask happy clients to leave a LinkedIn recommendation on your profile, and then post a screenshot of an email compliment and write, so grateful to work with clients who value efficiency. Okay, you can use Canva to design a testimonial quote card and post it with a thank you note as well. And then you can also share client wins. So for example, this week I helped Dr. James reduce charting time by 30%. Okay. And then you can also add a carousel post with 3 to 4 short testimonials in one swipeable visual. So these are simple tips that you can definitely do on your LinkedIn posts. All right. Okay. Next is using hashtags. All right. So you can use hashtags strategically. So hashtags help others discover your posts. So example, you can include hashtag medical virtual assistant, hashtag healthcare admin support in all your posts. Okay. You can also use trending tags like hashtag remote work, hashtag telehealth, hashtag HIPAA, hashtag EHR, and hashtag medical billing for easy searchability. Okay. So you can create a branded hashtag like Jane the MBA to track your content. And you can also add niche specific tags like hashtag dermatology VA or hashtag functional medicine support. Okay, you can follow and engage with posts under medical, hashtag medical assistant life or hashtag virtual assistant tips. So using hashtag is also important so that when a client is specifically looking for something or someone, it is easier for them to locate you. All right. Okay, and then offer free resources or mini trainings, give value to attract potential clients and show expertise. So create a free checklist. So it can be 10 tasks to delegate to your medical VA and share the link. And then you can host a short link in live or video on how MVA support busy doctors. You can also share a Canva made infographic. Excuse me. You can also share a Canva made infographic showing the difference between an admin VA and a medical VA. You can also offer a free 15-minute consult via Calendly to interested followers. And then you can also post a PDF like EHR documentation tips for clinics and ask people to comment, send to receive it. All right. So these are simple steps that you can implement on your LinkedIn account. All right. And then lastly, show up in video or voice content. So video creates trust and connection faster than text. So you can record a video intro like, "Hi, I'm Jane, a certified MVA. Here's what I can do for your clinic." Or you can post short clips like 3 reasons doctors love working with MVAs. And then you can also share a tutorial on how you schedule appointments or update EHRs. You can also record screen shares or walkthroughs of your process using tools like Loom. Okay? Just make sure that when you record your screen, you are not showing any patient information. Remember the HIPAA compliance. All right? You cannot just share in social media the information of your patients. Okay? It's a no-no. Okay. And then host a Q&A session or go live to answer common questions about MVA services. All right. So these are all the tips and simple steps that you can um, follow or implement to enhance your LinkedIn account. Okay? So again, this topic is how to market medical VA services on LinkedIn. All right. All right. Our next module is how to create a medical VA resume and cover letter. How to create a medical VA resume and cover letter. All right. So let's start. Okay, so first is choose a clean professional format. For this one, you can always use Canva, so it's easier, okay? Keep the layout simple and organized. You can use a font Arial or Calibri. The size is 10 to 12. And then for the sections, you can put the contact info, summary, skills, experience, education, and certifications. So for the resume structure and what to include, you can put your header, just like this example. There's the name, the email, the phone, and your LinkedIn account, and also your location. So it should be remote, right? And then you can also include your professional summary. So you can create a 2 to 3 sentence intro about your medical VA strengths. Okay. So example, a certified medical virtual assistant with 3+ years of experience in EHR management, appointment scheduling, medical billing, and HIPAA compliant documentation. Passionate about supporting healthcare providers with efficient and reliable remote assistance. Okay, so you can create an introduction same as this one. If you are having difficulty creating your own intro, you can always use ChatGPT or DeepSeek. Right? These are free AI tools that you can utilize to create creative introduction. All right? So next is core skills. So use bullet points or columns, electronic health records, appointment scheduling, medical billing, and coding. So use bullet points when enumerating your skills. All right? So another skill here is HIPAA compliance, medical transcription, patient communication, insurance verification, telehealth support. So these are the examples of core skills that you need to bullet. All right, and then for the work experience, you have to include your job title, the company name, dates, and bullet points of what you did. So, for example, medical virtual assistant, ABC Family Clinic remote from January of 2022 up to present. All right, so this is the format when you are doing your work experience portion. I hope you're learning. And then for those who want to experience how to navigate and do this, I highly suggest you enroll in our training and internship. All right, because in there we teach you how to do this in Canva or in Adobe. All right. Next is you can put on your work experience, manage 200 plus patient records using Cario EHR, scheduled and confirmed patient appointments, prepared encounter notes for physician review, process insurance claims and follow up on rejections, ensured compliance with HIPAA privacy standards. Okay, and then for the part of the education, you can put there, for example, Bachelor of Science in Health Administration or Bachelor of Science in Nursing, Bachelor of Science in Pharmacy. So it depends on your background. And then put there your school and the year you graduated. As simple as that. Okay. And then for the certifications, you can definitely add your certification. So, for example, your HIPAA certification, your medical virtual assistant training, and your CPC if you take the assessment. All right. So here in VA Bootcamp, we provide HIPAA training, and then we also provide training and internship. So you will be receiving three certifications when you enrolled in our program. All right. And then next is structure a strong cover letter. All right. So there should be a header, same as the resume header, your contact info. And then there should be a greeting addressed by name if possible, or use dear hiring manager, for example. And then there should be a opening paragraph to grab attention. You can briefly say who you are and why you are applying. So usually resumes always have a cover letter to make it professional. Okay, so what are the examples of our cover letter? Okay, so this is the example. I'm writing to express my interest in the medical virtual assistant position at ABC Clinic. With over 3 years of remote healthcare experience, I bring proven skills in EHR, billing, and patient communication that will contribute to clinic's operational efficiency. Okay? And then on the middle part of the paragraph, you can show how you're a good fit for this position. So you can match your experience with their job description. So for example, they are looking for appointment scheduler. So you can highlight your knowledge or experience before as an appointment scheduler, okay? Or if they are looking for a biller or coder, you can also highlight your previous task as a medical coder and biller. So those are the examples. Okay. Another example for cover letter. In my current role at a remote family practice, I manage patient scheduling, insurance, pre-authorizations, and EHR documentation using simple practice. My certification in HIPAA compliance ensures that patient data is handled with the utmost confidentiality. I am also skilled in coordinating telehealth visits, which aligns with your clinic's digital first approach. All right. So this is another example of a cover letter. And then next is the closing paragraph or the call to action. In here, you will wrap up and express enthusiasm for the job position. So example, I am excited about the opportunity to bring my skills to your team and support your mission in providing quality patient care. I am available for a virtual interview at your convenience and can begin immediately. So thank you for considering my application. All right. So this will be for the closing paragraph. All right. And then for the sign off part, you can put there sincerely and then your name. And then our bonus tips for creating your cover letter and resume. So keep your resume to 1 page or 2 pages maximum if needed. Okay, do not create 3 to 5 pages of resume. If you can condense it and summarize it into 1 to 2 pages, then it's better. Save as PDF to preserve the formatting, and then tailor each cover letter to the job posting. So if the job posting is looking for an appointment scheduler, then you have to tailor your resume specific for that job position. Okay? Use keywords from the job description. Example, EHR, HIPAA, telehealth, admin support. And then you also have to include measurable results in resume bullets such as scheduled 100 patients per week. Okay? So that the task will be specific. Okay. All right. So this is the last part of this module for how to create a medical VA resume and cover letter. All right, so our last module for today, how to build long relationships with medical clients. So, for example, you are already accepted on the job position that you're applying for. So, you already have a client. Congratulations. Okay, so maintaining a client is not that easy. Okay, the journey doesn't end with you being hired. No. So, you already have that client, and then how are you going to build that long relationships with your client? All right, of course you want to stay long with a certain client, and these are the tips that you can do to stay long with your newly found client. Okay, so let's start. So first is you have to understand their needs and challenges. So you have to build trust. Okay, you must first understand the unique challenges of that medical professional face. Okay, so example, conduct surveys to identify pain points in their practice. What are those? Patient load, administrative burdens. Okay, so you will focus on this. And then you can also attend the medical conferences to learn about industry trends affecting them. You can ask open-ended questions during meetings. What's the biggest challenge in your practice right now? Don't be afraid to ask so that you will know your client, um, what are the problems that you can resolve for them. Okay, you can review published research in their specialty to understand evolving needs, and then you can shadow their workflow with permission, of course, to see firsthand where they need support. Okay, so there are clients that will allow you to see what are their usual daily tasks, and then you can help them unburden some of those lingering issues or concerns in their daily task. Okay. Another tip is to provide consistent and reliable communication. So medical professionals value timely, clear, and professional communication. So examples, send regular follow-ups without being pushy or to check on their needs. Respond quickly to emails and calls, ideally within 24 hours. Use multiple communication channels such as email, phone, or secure messaging apps if the company provides. And then you can provide updates on industry changes, for example, new regulations or new drug approvals. And then be transparent about delays or issues. So if a product shipment is late or there are deliverables that you are not able to complete at the moment. So you just have to be honest with it. All right. And then you can also offer tailored solutions, not just products. Okay. So you can position yourself as a problem solver rather than just a salesperson, for example. So you can customize product recommendations based on their specialties. For example, your client is a cardiologist or your client is a pediatrics. Okay. So provide training sessions on how to use your product effectively. Share case studies of how similar practices benefited from your solution. And then offer flexible pricing or payment plans for budget conscious clinics. And then you can also suggest workflow integration. So this is EHR compatibility for medical software. Another tip that you can do is you have to build trust through credibility and expertise. So medical clients rely on evidence-based, credible partners. Okay, so you can share peer-reviewed studies supporting your product or services. You can invite them to webinars featuring respected medical experts. You can obtain endorsements from key opinion leaders in their field. Okay, you can also provide certifications or compliance guarantees. And then you can also offer no obligation trials so they can test before committing. Okay, so this is applicable for those offering products and services. All right. Another tip is you can deliver exceptional customer service. That is very important. So you can show outstanding support that keeps clients loyal. So you can assign a dedicated account manager for personalized assistance. You can provide 24/7 technical support for critical medical equipment. You can follow up post purchase to ensure satisfaction. And then you can also show that you can resolve complaints quickly and professionally. You can offer loyalty rewards such as discounts on future purchases. All right. So another tip to retain your client is to educate rather than just sell. So doctors appreciate learning opportunities that help them improve patient care. So you can host a free CME or continuing medical education events. You can send them the latest clinical guidelines related to their field. You can create short explainer videos on complex medical topics. You can offer workshops on new technologies, just such as AI in diagnostics, because AI is very popular nowadays. You can provide summaries of key research papers to save them on time. Anything that can make their life easier, that is what clients like when it comes to medical virtual assistants performance. All right. Okay, next, another tip is be a long-term partner or not just a vendor or not just a virtual assistant. You have to show commitment beyond transactions, all right? So check in periodically even when they're not buying. You can celebrate their milestones. You can, of course, their clinic anniversaries or the awards they receive. Collaborate on research or pilot programs. Advocate for them and then introduce them to other professionals for networking. Okay, so if you can help them uh, look for another client as well for their businesses, then it's better. Another tip is leverage technology for convenience. So you can make interaction seamless with digital tools. So what are the examples? So you can develop a user-friendly portal for easy reordering. You can use telemedicine platforms for remote consultations. You can implement AI chatbots for instant fax and offer mobile apps for the on-the-go access to resources. You can also automate appointment scheduling for meetings. Okay, so these are very important, especially nowadays that AI integration is already implemented in most of the platforms, softwares, and systems that your client is using. All right, another pro tip is show genuine appreciation. So small gestures strengthen relationships. So you can send handwritten thank you notes after meetings. You can offer exclusive invites to VIP medical events. You can provide small gifts or you can recognize them in newsletters or social media with permission, of course. And then you can give referral bonuses if they recommend your services. And then lastly, you have to adapt to changing needs. Okay. So the medical field evolves rapidly. So you have to stay flexible. So how are you going to do that? Example, so update your offerings based on new regulations. So for example, telehealth laws. You have to ask for feedback regularly and implement suggestions. You can adjust strategies if their practice expands or shifts focus. You always have to stay ahead of trends. You can personalize medicines or wearables and then be open to renegotiating contracts if their needs are changing. Okay. So these are all the tips that you can use if you're able to get your first new client. Okay. It's not important. It's not enough that you just landed on a new client. It's also helpful to build long relationships with these clients. All right. Okay, I hope you learned a lot for today's session about career growth. If you would like to experience and learn deeper, we offer training and internship. Just reach out to us. All our email and contact number is here on the description. And I hope to see you soon. Okay? Um, this will be the last topic of our live session for today. And then I will do another one for tomorrow. All right. Thank you so much for today, everyone. I hope you learned a lot. Have a great day and bye for now.